Elon Musk just revealed how SpaceX builds starships so quickly. Some people believe he's an alien who lives among us. This man has taken it upon himself to take humans to the next level. Tesla cars for transportation on the ground, Boring Company for transportation below the ground, and SpaceX beyond the ground. Some might think he has an agenda, and some might say he's just a visionary. But we know, whatever it is, has made him the world's richest man. And that allowed him to achieve another impossible feat in just 5 days. Want to know what? Watch the video. Hey guys, welcome to another exciting video from Futurism. In this video today, we tell you everything we know so far about Elon Musk's insane new Starship project that he has managed to build in just 5 days. Come, let's have a look. So SpaceX has recently been making rapid progress with their new prototype rocket, Starship. In fact, if you look closely at the recent S-15 launch, you can actually see S-16 waiting to be launched next. Clearly, SpaceX has been launching Starship after Starship, and at this point, it appears that the regulation and testing process is taking up the majority of their time, rather than the actual construction process. It's possible that they are in a position where they can choose profitability, but we can say that they take all profits from commercial launches and put them back into research and development. Given that SpaceX is by far the most popular commercial launch provider, a lot of these profits are likely to be diverted to Starship's side. According to the reports, SpaceX raised nearly $1 billion this year, with a massive valuation of $74 billion. Another thing to keep in mind is that the founder and majority stakeholder is Elon Musk, who is currently the world's richest person. So investors in SpaceX don't have to worry about the company going bankrupt. In the worst case scenario, Elon is simply liquidating a bunch of Tesla shares to keep SpaceX afloat. As you can see, SpaceX may be profitable, and they have a proven track record. More hands were requested by his employees and technicians. Musk then spoke to the team and told them to hire people who could help build things. At the beginning of February 2020, SpaceX held a career day, and the company used that opportunity to hire several dozen new employees. For foster rocket production, the entire team took it seriously, pushing them to achieve the targets. SpaceX held an interview, and a large number of people showed up on the doorstep and jammed the region as a whole to attend. If we discover signs of life on Mars, it will change the game for us because we will finally be able to answer the question, are we alone in the universe? Second, as a species, we are expanding. Humans enjoy a good challenge. They enjoy exploring beyond the horizon. As a result, one simple reason for choosing Mars is that we are curious about it and want to learn more about it. In addition, we only live on one planet, which is our home planet. There's a chance that Earth will become extinct one day, so we'll have to look for other planets to ensure our survival as a species. Right now, Mars is the best possible option. On Mars, a day, also known as Sol, is only 40 minutes longer than on Earth. Mars, unlike Venus and Mercury, is not extremely hot and has water ice on its surface. Third, its potential value. Mars is fascinating from a geological standpoint. Large canyons, volcanoes, and craters can be found there. Mars is billions of years older than our planet, according to scientists. They are currently studying the atmosphere of Mars in order to make it a suitable habitat for humans. Exploring and colonizing Mars can provide us with new scientific understanding of climate change and how planet-wide processes can turn a warm and wet world into a barren landscape. Aldrin said, "We may gain important insights into the past and future of our world by exploring and understanding Mars." Other factors also point to Mars as a possible second home for humans. It would be difficult, but not impossible, to colonize Mars. Several private spaceflight companies are working on spacecraft that will land on Mars. SpaceX is likely to move forward with its Starship program. It's one of Musk's grand plans to colonize the planet. According to this, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk previously stated that the company would launch its Starship by 2025. However, before sending astronauts to Mars, scientists must ensure that there are enough life support systems already in place. Oxygen, water, backup fuel, solar panels, dry foods, medical supplies, and scientific equipment are all necessary life support systems. We can assume that those life support systems will be transported to Earth by a fleet of unmanned starships. If one Starship could transport 150 tons of cargo, 4 to 5 Starships would suffice. With the help of rovers, solar panels will be installed. On Mars, a group of multi-purpose robots will prepare a landing pad. Following that, the first group of astronauts will land on Mars, officially kicking off the mission to bring life to other planets. The astronauts will have to stay for a while to begin the first phase of colonization, so it won't be a quick trip. On Mars, the first few days will be extremely difficult. The average temperature on Mars, according to scientists, is minus 63 degrees Celsius or minus 82 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll have to adjust to that new environment. Because the surface gravity on Mars is about 38% that of Earth, astronauts can easily transport heavy objects from one location to another. The preparations to build multiple small bases on Mars will begin soon. Astronauts will begin terraforming Mars in a year or two. There are a variety of theories about the terraformation. Carl Sagan proposed terraforming Mars in 1971 by vaporizing the planet's northern polar ice caps. According to Sagan, the released water vapor and CO2 could cause a greenhouse effect. It would raise the temperatures to the point where liquid water could exist on Mars' surface. However, according to a recent study, using all of the available CO2 would only result in an atmosphere with about 7% of the pressure of Earth's atmosphere. Rather than terraforming the entire planet at once, we could focus on smaller areas of Mars. This is currently being investigated by Harvard and NASA researchers. We want to think about something that is achievable on a decadal time scale, rather than something that would be centuries in the future, or perhaps never, depending on humans' capabilities, said Harvard's Robin Wordsworth. A phenomenon on the Martian polar ice caps provides some researchers with a possible solution. According to them, some ice sections act as a solid-state greenhouse, trapping the sun's rays beneath. We started thinking about how we could use the solid-state greenhouse effect to create habitable environments on Mars in the future. In a press release, Wordsworth stated, "We started thinking about what kind of materials could minimize thermal conductivity while still transmitting as much light as possible." Some researchers came up with the idea of using silica aerogel at this point. It's a porous synthetic ultralight material that lets light through but slows heat conduction. Spreading it over a large area would make the solid-state greenhouse effect more efficient, as the proportional amount of heat emitted from the sides would be less. But you could still get substantial warming in a greenhouse, Wordsworth said. The basic physics of the effect are unaffected by whatever the layer is placed on or above the surface. The terraformation of Mars will proceed in this manner if we make life multiplanetary. Musk says there may come a day when some plants and animals on Earth die out but are still alive on Mars. Mars's population will increase by about 70 to 100 people in our next phase. We will bring 3D printing technology to construct habitats on Mars. A dedicated AI factory will be built using 3D printing technology. This phase will see an increase in terraformation. On Mars, a sufficient amount of crops will be grown. By this time, SpaceX is likely to have built 1 or 2 fuel stations on Mars. The colonization of Mars will take place in stages, similar to this. Because we are all children of the universe, humans may one day travel beyond Mars in search of new planets. That said, within 2 days, SpaceX hired 252 people for its launch site in South Texas, bringing the total workforce to over 500. The newly hired were asked to report to the area the next day after being accepted for the position. Elon Musk did not hesitate to invest money in the project, and the production line in South Texas proves that Elon established a small city down there, besides the Rio Grande Valley. To be honest, it may be the darkest person among us who motivates us to do things, but it is undoubtedly one of the most powerful motivations that can push humans to their limits. In the end, there are several objective factors that are driving forward Starship development at unprecedented rates. SpaceX has wisely chosen stainless steel to keep costs down to fractions. They have used a simple construction process and an aggressive development strategy. They also have essentially unlimited funding. But the most important factor driving Starship development to Mars is that Elon Musk is on a deadline and is determined to get to Mars before it's too late. That's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content and latest updates. Until next time.